What's up, everybody, and welcome into the Backliners podcast, Aggro and BaRRaCCuDDa, as per usual. But this week we are joined by none other than the two-time world champion support for your third-place Oni Warriors, Neil Ma. Neil, thanks for joining us, man.
Thanks for having me.
I miss
you.
you.
How are you doing? I miss you too.
Who do you think misses the other more?
Me.
You think I miss you more, or you miss me more?
No. I miss you more. Obviously, I miss you more.
Yes, this is gonna be good. Yeah, that's a roaring start there for us. What is going on? This is gonna be a weird episode. I can tell already. Dude, my brain is just
your hair looks
fried.
good, Aggro.
Really? I'm literally getting it cut like tomorrow.
You kind of got like the emo across the hair going. I kind of like it, dude.
Yeah, it's very long. It's very long, and it's far too long.
Good podcast material.
Very good material, yeah. BaRRa, why don't you describe to our listeners what my hair looks like?
It's a little long and straight in the front. He's got, well, you just messed it up, but it was going, well, I can't even, wait, is that from the right to the left or the left to the right?
It is my right to my left.
His hair is going from his right to his left about half of the way down his forehead. And it looks good.
Not that long.
It looks good. It's like kind of edgy, but still like, I'm an adult. It's both of those combined, I think.
I can have fun, but I also employ me.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. I disagree with everything BaRRa said. I think that my hair looks dangerously close to bowl cut territory at any time when it's when it's this length. Yeah. If it's because if I were to just push it down, my hair is so straight, that when it starts to get long, it gets very bowl cutty very quickly. Yeah, Peter Parker in Spider-Man 3 emo scene, as RetroFade says in the chat. That's probably a fairly good visual representation of what my hair looks like.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, if it goes straight down, okay, I see that. But if it goes to the side, you completely lose the bowl cut.
You do lose the bowl cut when it goes to the side, but I'm getting it cut hopefully tomorrow.
What are you doing with it?
What I always do. I go to the same guy. Shout out my homie Boris.
Boris?
Boris is the name of my barber. He constantly...
He's 78?
No, he's definitely in his 50s. And he constantly answers the phone and speaks very quickly in Russian. And he gets... I'm in there. He's a quick worker. I'm in there for 15 minutes maximum. Every time.
Goodness.
He answers at least 3 phone calls every time. No one's phone is busier than Boris's. On the planet.
That guy's tearing through customers as fast as he's tearing through you. I mean, he's got to be setting up those appointments.
Is not. Let's get one thing straight right now, BaRRa. Okay, he is not tearing through me. Okay, let's get that straight right off the rip. All right, that is not happening.
Bad phrasing or what? I mean, it sounded pretty normal, I guess.
Yeah, I'll say.
I'm so tired today. I'm sorry. This is gonna be a mess.
No, look, Boris is a great barber. He does it the same way every time. Gets my hair the way I like it. The best straight razor shave I've ever gotten. He's the master at that. And that's something I really like. Do you guys get straight razor shaves very often, like at a barber shop? Have you ever gotten one?
Never actually.
Never.
Yeah, my skin's too sensitive, and it'll just bleed and I'll cry.
I just can't grow facial hair, so I just don't need it.
But I see a little bit of facial hair right now, Neil.
Yeah, I've been growing this for 3 months.
Perfect.
Holy.
No,
you can get that
maybe. Yeah, I could, but I don't. I don't know. I haven't really got my hair cut in a while, so I mean.
Yeah, the locks are flowing. That's for sure. That it's really it's like a masculine version of getting a manicure. I feel like women like to go to the spa and get their nails done, that kind of stuff. I also like to go to the spa and get pedicures because those bang. For whatever reason, manicures don't really appeal to me at all. But it's just so relaxing, and your skin feels so good afterwards. You got to give it a shot at some point. There's no way.
Wait, do they?
Go ahead.
Do they massage your hands during a manicure? Because that sounds kind of nice.
Yeah,
they do. Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Have you guys ever gotten pedicures at the very least?
I've gotten one pedicure. I did it. I think it was SK Worlds. We just went like get a pedicure.
Oh yeah, Sam said he got a pedicure. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We got with Sam. Yeah, and it was actually really nice. Only time I've ever done it, but I would definitely do it again. Yeah.
Your legs feel so good
really
nice
too.
Yeah, your legs feel so nice. You feel like you're walking on air.
And the chairs they sit you in are like the comfiest chairs you'll ever sit in your life.
Yeah, they're like the massage.
Very relaxing. It's very worth it.
Barry, you're looking like you've never gotten a pedicure by the look on your face.
I have never gotten a pedicure. I've seen on Twitter lots of people getting pedicures, but I'm more of like a massage guy than like a pedicure guy, I guess. So yeah.
Do you want to get a pedicure? Barry, can we figure out a way to do a podcast episode while getting pedicures? Do you think we could make that happen at all?
I hope not.
What?
I really hope.
I'll do that with you.
Thank you, Neil.
I just would feel bad for like whoever happens to be just touching my feet during the podcast.
Okay, that's a good point. Here's what we need to do. We need to find a Backliners podcast fan who also is a pedicurist.
That makes it weirder for me. Like, I'd rather them just...
Really? Because then they'll know what's going on. Oh, wait, that would be weird. Yep, that would be
Well, they just don't care. They're just like, I'm getting paid, like, do whatever you want. Like, who cares? But then all of a sudden you have someone... It's someone that you don't know, they just don't even care. They can do their job and go home. But then you have someone, like, from the stream, like, touching your feet while you're doing...
Yeah, that would be weird. That would be weird. That's true.
Soj is coming soon, so...
Okay.
What is that? What does Soj coming soon have to do with anything?
He could massage our feet or something. I don't know what happens during a pedicure.
Is Soj well-versed in giving pedicures?
He can do anything. He's Soj.
What, you want me to go get... You want me to... I'm not going to say that phrase that way. You want me to just have his maiden voyage into the pedicure realm be on my feet?
Well, it'd be on my feet first, of course, and then your feet second.
So I'm I'm not saying it that way either. You just got my mind all messed up here, Barry. That's...
What? Boris get you all flustered?
Yeah, he did. I texted him and I immediately... Okay, I'm not even going down. What is going on? Hey, do you guys know that you can save money with the Mint Mobile? How's this for a transition into an ad?
Where am I?
What is going on? Did you guys... A while ago, I went and looked at some of the YouTube comments for our podcast, and... I have to say that there'd always be at least one comment like, skip to 27 minutes if you want to hear any Smite content, and it would be massively downvoted, and everyone is like, go somewhere else if you want to listen to like actual Smite content. And those are our people, by the way.
It's like they talked about Arena for the first 11 minutes, and I'm like, dude, what are you here for?
Catch me talking about pedicures for 15, bucko. I'm going to talk whatever I want about, okay? This is my podcast and BaRRa's podcast. And in this episode, also Neil's podcast. And if you guys don't like what we're talking about, buy our sponsors' products and then leave already, okay? But make sure you buy something first. In particular, from Mint Mobile, which as I was saying before I got interrupted by myself talking about YouTube comments, Mint Mobile is just the way to go when it comes to mobile service in 2022. You don't need to be paying insane amounts of money every month for wireless because you can just switch to Mint Mobile, and it is the easiest way to save money this year. As the first company to sell premium wireless service online only, Mint Mobile lets you maximize your savings with plans starting at just $15 a month. BaRRa, how much do you pay for your mobile service?
$0.
What?
Well, Ryan Reynolds and me go way back, so he just gives me Mint Mobile for free.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool. That's cool that you get it for free.
You don't have that deal?
No, that's fine. Ryan told me that, he liked me way more than you, but I guess that was just a lie or something.
I guess he just wants your money, I guess. A little
bit
I
guess
more.
So. I mean, I do still feel like it's the best deal I could ever ask for at $15 a month. I feel like I would be ripping him off at that price point, but I do still feel a little, a little upset that you're getting a better deal than me, but it's fine.
I mean, a little bit of a throwback. When me and Destiny initially swapped, I think she saved $260 for the first year total.
Wow.
Just completely on her wireless bill. And, I obviously am saving more than that because of my deal, but you will be saving anywhere between my amount and Destiny's amount, which is a pretty large amount of money to save on your wireless bill. Basically something, as Blizzard said, like everyone has phones nowadays.
That is true.
So
and they were right.
You do need to save money here and there, and it's on T-Mobile's network, which obviously is amazing.
Yep.
I used T-Mobile for 2 years, and literally didn't have problems ever with their service. And since I was about to Mint, I literally have not had any problems with service whatsoever. And it's literally the cheapest thing out there. It's the best thing out there. And, if you want to support your 2 favorite Ryans in the world, and me, and Neil, swap over.
Yeah, Neil, this is how people support you if they want to.
I love that I'm getting a very real kick.
Yeah, this is
definitely getting some things thrown to me.
Neil, did you hear that Destiny saves $260 on her
a lot of
first
pedicures.
year? What?
That's so many pedicures.
That is a lot of pedicures. And you can get even the top end package where they're really giving you like the good lotion and that kind of stuff. What would be the first thing you would buy with $260 extra that you didn't have before if you were to theoretically switch to Mint Mobile in this instance?
Probably another cell phone so I could get another Mint Mobile phone.
Oh my god, you do just get to get infinite money. It's an infinite money hack, you guys.
It is. You just get as many phones as you can get.
For every phone plan, okay, here's what you do. You sign up for a crappier phone plan, okay? Mm-hmm. And you pay for it for a whole year. Then you switch to Mint Mobile, and then you save a ton of money, okay? And with that money that you save, you buy another phone plan for a year. And then after a year of that one, you go back and switch that one to Mint Mobile. And again, you're saving money. It's like an infinite money hack. We've broken the system, guys.
That's a great idea, Ryan.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Wow. I thought my brain wasn't working for this episode. Joke's on me. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped straight to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/backliners. That's mintmobile.com/backliners. Keep your own phone and all of your contacts and all that kind of good stuff, and cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/backliners. Sometimes
I forgot to say.
Oh yeah, go for it.
It literally takes like 5 minutes to swap over. You just order it online. It ships straight to your door. You swap out the SIM cards, and boom. It's literally the easiest thing you'll do.
You're telling me 100%. It's an infinite money hack and an infinite time hack?
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap.
Whoa.
Holy crap. That's insane. You can do so much with all of your money and all of your time.
Extra 5 minutes that day.
Extra 5 minutes that day. Build your day 5 minutes longer by switching to Mint Mobile.
Okay, well, I have to answer Burger King's thing in chat real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
That is a thing.
Well, say the question out loud so that our listeners, again, this is a podcast. We want them to know what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, and they'll be skipping further in the episode for the SPL talk. We poured cinnamon on Lasbra this weekend, and his question is, what is this Lasbra cinnamon thing? It is a Danish tradition. I don't know if he said why it's at 25, but if he didn't say, then I won't say. Basically, we taped into a tree and poured wine on him, and then poured cinnamon on him.
Wine?
And,
you poured wine on him?
Oh, we sprayed wine. I wasn't one of the sprayers. Champagne, sorry.
Oh,
champagne.
Oh, okay. Barra's lagged. Barra's gone.
He's just thinking. He's still thinking. Give him a second.
Okay, he's thinking still. I wish Mint Mobile had, internet service, Like, if Mint Mobile were an internet service provider...
And then we poured cinnamon on him.
Oh, yeah, and then we poured cinnamon on him. Right.
And he's back. He was just thinking. No, you were just thinking.
I got Comcasted?
No, you were thinking. Don't let it ruin your thought. Keep going.
Keep going.
I don't even know where I was. I was talking the whole time, then you guys are just like, he's thinking, and I'm like...
Yeah, you poured cinnamon on him. That's all I got.
While he's taped to a tree, and we poured champagne on... I don't even know where I am with the story anymore. Celebrated his birthday this weekend, and yeah. It's a tradition. You don't have to know anything else beyond that.
In Denmark, they just put cinnamon on you when you're 25. If you're not married.
If you're not
and you
married.
don't even want to know what happens when you're 30 and you're not married. Sheesh.
Oh my god, they mark you, huh?
It's the exact same thing.
They really do.
Pepper instead of cinnamon. It's the same thing.
Pepper? That seems so much... Cinnamon doesn't seem that good in the first place, to be clear.
Well, you get goggles at least, so
Yeah, but you're still inhaling it. Did you guys ever do the cinnamon challenge?
Yeah, it was terrible. It was awful. I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I coughed up everywhere outside. It just
Yep. And then for a whole minute you can't breathe, and you're like, "Is this it? Is this it?"
Am I dying?
And then it's like, you need water so bad. Oh, man.
We do dumb stuff, huh?
Good time.
Because I've also done it, for the record. And I have the exact same experience. Why did we all do this? We shouldn't... Let that be a lesson to all you youngsters out there. You know?
Think for yourselves.
Think for yourselves. You don't have to just do something because everyone else is doing it.
Were we in the Tide Pod era, or was that the kids below us?
That was the kids below us. That was the
they're so stupid, bro. We were doing cinnamon. They were doing Tide Pods.
We were doing cinnamon challenge, saltine challenge. Did you guys have anyone?
Challenge.
The gallon challenge, right? I know someone who did the gallon challenge, which is where you just try and chug a gallon of milk as fast as you can, and it made them lactose intolerant.
What?
Yeah, they weren't lactose intolerant ahead of time. I'm sure they were, but it was like mild, and it really like made their lactose intolerance a lot noticeably worse. And I thought that was very funny.
The milk shows those who are weak. The gallon challenge is the point of it.
I will never do the gallon challenge because I do not want to make myself more lactose intolerant, because cheese and milk are like my favorite things. All right, fine.
Do the opposite though. Maybe you overcome your lactose intolerance.
Oh yeah, true. That's true. A little bit of exposure.
Think about it.
Yeah, that is true. All right, skip to 17 minutes if you want to hear Smite content, I guess. No, you know what? Don't. I'm gonna not talk about. No, okay, we aren't going to talk about Smite, but I maybe not want to immediately. Guys, Phase 1 is over already. It feels like it went through in a flash. I feel like this was a very short phase, but everyone only played each other once, so it makes sense. 7 games played for all 8 teams. And would you believe it, that both of these handsome gentlemen joining me on this podcast, their teams finished 5-2 after 7 games. That is impressive work, gentlemen. The Jade Dragons also finished at 5-2, but because of tiebreakers and head-to-head and all that kind of fun stuff, they officially are the first place team.
Mm-hmm.
It would not have... It's so lucky, I know. Tell me about it. Neil, I don't know how much you got through the grapevine or anything like that, but I'm here to tell you man-to-man that I was pretty critical of you guys after the qualification tournament, the SPL play-in tournament, and the roster announcements and, you know, coming out of free agency and all that kind of stuff, you guys sticking together. And I said that you guys needed to have a very impressive Phase 1 in order to justify this decision to stay together. And you guys not only had a very impressive Phase 1, this certainly exceeded my expectations for what you guys were going to do this phase. Did it also exceed your expectations?
I guess in some ways yes, some ways no. Like I think the good thing about our phase is it kind of feels to us like all the games we kind of lost. Like I know every team's going to say this. Like the other team ever wins a game, you kind of lose a game. Yeah. But I felt like we had like some good leads in some of the games we lost and some of the sets we lost. Like it was a lot of us, like them obviously capitalizing, but us making very bad mistakes. And I think just taking a few losses early on and just being able to look back and learn from that, and then just bring up the intensity a bit, and just putting in a little bit extra work went a long way. And I think that we did exceed our own expectations a bit. Because I think it was, like I said, it was mostly the way we lost as well that, for me at least, I was kind of satisfied with in a way. Because it wasn't like we were just getting blown out of the water like every single game, and the games we lost, like we had good leads and everything, and all the different sets we won too. We came through adversity as well, which is good to know you can do that early on in the year. So I think that we did a lot better than I thought we would do this phase, but I kind of expected and wasn't really surprised when it happened at the same time, because I knew that even last year we have all these brilliant pieces, we can just put them together, we're going to be a really good team. But yeah, I kind of did feel like it came out of nowhere, just given we had a little bit of a slower start. So yeah, I think that's the big reason why I didn't expect as much, because we had some struggles early, and then we really turned it around. Yeah, I mean, you guys... Go ahead, Barry.
I was going to say, I think it's a really good meta for both of our teams right now as well. I think we both thrive in the Season 9 style of games, in my opinion.
Yeah,
without going too far into detail, obviously.
Right. Yeah, I mean, the Warriors, you guys started off 1-2, and then won 4 sets in a row to close the phase, including a 2-0 over the Camelot Kings, not this week that just happened, but the week before that, and a 2-0 against the Tartarus Titans in order to close out your Phase 1. I mean, it's not, you know, sometimes I think that we get in these positions where teams' records look better than they are because the teams they beat were in certain circumstances at the time, or you know, they in seasons where, or in phases where it's longer and you play each team 2 or 3 times, your record might look a little bit below 500, but you just have not actually, you've only beaten the teams below you and not the teams above you. And you're kind of just gatekeeping those lower teams and really not challenging the upper teams. But against these, I mean, in the top, you were the only team to not beat one of the other top 3, Neil. You know, you guys, your 2 losses were to the Jade Dragons and the Olympus Bolts. But beating the Leviathans and the Kings and the Titans, especially 2-0ing the Titans and the Kings, and your set against the Titans being, I think, your best set of the phase by a fairly considerable amount, if you ask me. I think those were your 2 best back-to-back games of the year so far. I don't think that this is a record that is painting an incomplete story. I think that you guys are legitimately playing like a top 3 team right now, and that is not something I expected to say after Phase 1.
Yeah, I would say it's fair. I think that we are really, our level has just increased a lot. I think that just being on the same team together and just after play-ins, like I feel like with play-ins it was like shaking off a bit of rust still. Like there weren't a whole lot of, like, it was weird too because it's a new season as well. You have to figure out what you want to do, all your picks and everything. But after a bit more time after that, I think just kind of settling into how we want to play, and then just I think just meshing a lot better as well. Just talking a lot more about the game and how we want to play the game now that we have liberty of being together and all being on a level playing field. I think has helped a lot. And I think just being open with each other's teammates too. Just like being able to take criticism and say, like, have talks about how we feel we should be playing, issues we have as well. Because I think as well, like, if we didn't have such a slow start, I don't think we would be as good as we are now. Because I feel like if we were just winning the whole time, we wouldn't have learned as much, to be honest. And I feel like those 2 early losses, even though, in my opinion, the Dragon set we kind of got spanked, the Bolt set I felt like was pretty close. So I think having those 2 different experiences as well and 2 different play styles kind of opened our eyes and thought, like, okay, maybe we should change our drafts a bit. And yeah, so I just think that just having a bit more time to be comfortable with each other and feel out the season as well has helped a lot.
Yeah, I think it's been awesome, man. I mean, for my money, I think you guys are the story of Phase 1. And the way you guys are playing the map and the way that you're playing these games and the style that you're bringing to the table is like exactly what I envisioned a year ago. Whenever the team kind of came together for the first time, you know, unfortunately it took a little bit longer than I'm sure you guys would have wanted to reach that point with the team, but it's fun to watch. And it makes the league whole landscape look so different, doesn't it? Like,
that's true.
Last year, it kind of became this different style of league than what I anticipated because the top end wasn't as strong as we expected because we expected the Warriors to be there. And instead of a 6-2 or a 6 or a 7-1 type of league, we ended up with kind of a 5-3. And now you look at how the landscape changes pretty quickly whenever we do have 6 teams that are on this type of level. It really changes a lot. And BaRRa, you guys are on that level as well. You guys finished the phase 5 and 2, finished second. If I would have told you that you'd finish second this phase at the very beginning of the start of Phase 1, would you have been surprised by that in one way or the other?
Yeah, I would have been a little surprised, honestly. Mainly because I think we were struggling on LAN mostly last year. And we would always have like really clean online sets, but I think our LAN performances were always a little lackluster. And I think now that the LAN is like full, or the league is now full on LAN, we get a lot more practice together as teammates because obviously like you want to say like, oh yeah, we play the same way in scrims as we do on LAN, and we do at tournaments, etc., but that's not really how it is always. And I think that with this extra LAN time that we got spring split, I think that honestly we came out way stronger than I anticipated. I thought it was gonna take a little bit of time to like warm up, and I think like, I mean I'm kind of the same way as Neil here. I think we should have beaten Kings And then the only set I feel like we truly lost was against Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like our King set. I remember in like game 2 we were up like insane amount. I think like last was on Bastet, and we like threw a game that we should have never thrown before. And then the Dragons, like, obviously, I think just have our number sometimes on LAN or online. I think their playstyle just beats ours sometimes, unfortunately. But yeah, we played way better than I anticipated, and I think we can carry this momentum into the rest of the year.
Yeah, I think right now, the 3 teams that feel like they're really humming, U2 and the Jade Dragons, I feel like there's a big momentum difference between you guys and then the next 3 that we expect to be competing. The Titans, the Kings, and the Leviathans. And I wanted to take a moment to talk about these 3 teams in particular because we saw flashes of these teams doing what we expected them to do. You know, the Titans 2-0'd the Jade Dragons early in the year. That was week 1, and looked really, really strong when they did it. Had a lot of good sets, but also got kind of crushed at times, including by the Warriors yesterday. The Kings, same sort of thing. Looked pretty good at times. You know, they 2-1 the Jade Dragons. They 2-1 the Olympus Bolts. But then they have an 0-2 weekend and look like okay. But then they come back in the final week and, you know, look pretty good against the who did they play? Hold on, who did they play?
I think it was Valks Sunday.
Oh yeah, they did play the Valks Sunday. Yeah, I mean they played pretty well. They didn't crush the Valks by any means. That set was actually kind of close if I remember correctly. But you know they bounced back from their 0-2 weekend at the very least. And then the Leviathans, the team that we kind of all expected to be the number 1 seed coming out of this phase, are in 6th. Which is absolutely crazy. They lose to the Valkyries on Saturday. Just not the level that we necessarily expected from them. Of these 3 teams not being in the top 3, the Titans, the Kings, and the Leviathans, which surprises you the most, Neil?
Leviathans for sure. I think it's especially the way it's been happening as well, right? Like for me, they're a really, really good team. Obviously, they won Worlds. It was maybe the most convincing like Worlds run ever kind of thing, you know? Like they just
it was.
Like, went through everybody. It didn't look too hard. Like finals were boring. Like every set they played was like kind of boring because they were just winning the whole time. Like okay, cool. Like there's no back and forth. There's no anticipation. It's just over. So I think just going from that to how they are now, and even the energy level difference. Like if you look at the player cams, they look very dejected, very like checked out a bit. And I don't know too much about what's going on with that, but I feel like that's a team for me. Like you can't just count them out ever, you know? Like they're just such a good team. Who knows, maybe this tournament, since they're in it, they'll just pick it back up and it'll be something completely different, but it just feels really off to me. Whereas the Kings and the Titans, like you said, these flashes, to me outside of the beginning, like the Levi's have just really looked like nothing like they have in their plays when they're playing the game, the plays they're making look random. Whereas before they were very measured, so I think especially the way the team looks, they look the least like themselves, whereas the other 2 teams still look kind of similar to how they were, and it had these flashes that are more convincing than the Levi's.
Do you, as someone, you know, both of you guys are world champions, but Neil, you've kind of done it pretty recently. No offense, BaRRaCCuDDa, of course. I am going to get to you right on this question.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, anytime. You know, we're just getting old. Our memory's not what it used to be. It's going to be fresh in Neil's young mind, is what is my thought process here. Do you believe in the complacency, the split after you win a world championship, the lack of drive and that type of thing? Do you think that is something that you could see affecting this team?
I say, like, I don't know those guys super well, but I know from our experience that didn't really happen to our team. I think we had some other I think we just kind of had the same issues all the time on like SK and PK why we couldn't perform during the regular season. But I feel like for the Leviathans, I don't know if I could speak to that.
Sure.
I wouldn't be surprised though, just based like I said on the energy and everything. It just doesn't seem like they're even doesn't seem the same, right? Whereas a team that was as hungry or wasn't as burnt out maybe would look just more energized, right? Right. So I think from that it kind of seems that way, but I don't know for sure. But those guys have always grinded the game a lot. I haven't seen them around as much, so it could be something. That could be something for sure.
Right. Barry, your thoughts on that? As again, someone who's won a Smite World Championship.
It definitely affected COG Prime after we won. We definitely didn't have the same drive as a 5-man unit together. We never really got that back either, I think, when we were all together. And I think this is the worst Leviathans have ever placed in a normal split. I think that the lowest they placed outside of this was like third, I think. Like, honestly, they came in SPL and they were like their first season.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they were just stomping everyone. So, I'm not like as confident as Neil is about the Leviathans, I think. Just because it's completely opposite of how they were so good, in my opinion. Because from the outside in, I feel like they never stopped grinding the game, and they never stopped playing. And now I feel like I don't really see anyone but like Zap and maybe Ronnie, I think, playing the game as much.
I've seen Pantom a little bit.
Yeah, but I just feel like I think Neil said it earlier as well. I think their player cams, like, they just look a little different than they were before. There's not like that. I guess like hunger and passion. I mean, not to sound like I'm just like making stuff up, but I genuinely feel that way. And their losses just seem so opposite of how they are. Like, it's so weird to see them losing in the ways that they're losing. And again, I think Neil said it earlier. But like the plays they're making, I remember like Pantom like blinking as Osiris next to like Oracles when he was like level 2 and he just like dies to the mid jungle. I'm like, what? Like that it seems so not calculated, and it's like almost disrespectful, I think, of their opposition. Like, oh yeah, you won't kill me here, like what's the worst that can happen when I blink this wall? And I think Zap is like having a lot of really weird deaths lately. Like it seems like he's just playing ranked. Like I don't know. Like his performance this past weekend against Dragons, like I was really as a big Zap fan, I'm like just confused of just like what he's or how he's playing and what he's doing. I mean, in my opinion, we just have to wait and see how they do in summer, and then obviously in fall. I do think they do have the complete potential to turn it around, but it's completely opposite from how their history as a team has been.
Yeah, I don't know, man. As someone, you said that you felt like you guys experienced something potentially similar to what the Leviathans could be dealing with a little bit of lack of drive coming off a world championship win. How did that go away for you, Barry? How did that change?
We changed rosters.
I was literally about to say, like, for mine, like, I had a different team every last 3 years, right? Like, somehow. Because the first one we won, I was thinking maybe that plays a part to it too, because the first one we won, Sam left the team, and then we got Fred. So we had a new roster there, and then we played with Fred, and then after that, we obviously didn't stick around together, so. And then other things happened last year to my team, but I feel like individually, and I feel like from other teams, so I don't want to speak to them for sure, but I never felt like they were just kind of like, I don't want to play the game, I don't want to like grind or whatever. They seemed the same to me season to season, but maybe that's because of roster change.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I would be very surprised if this team gets to the later stages of the season and continues to play in this way. I'm not off this team. I do not think that they are not going to be able to find it or put it together. But definitely a little bit of concern if you're a Leviathans fan, I think. I think that is definitely a fair, I don't think that you should think that they're going to lose, they're going to be 6th place again, necessarily, but definitely got to get some of that passion.
Yeah. I think it's hard for them, too, just not having been able to go home. Like, a lot of those guys are very close to their families. It seems like they haven't been home for years. And when you lose, like, when you're in America, and, like, your whole job is Smite, your whole life is kind of Smite, that's why you're there. Your family's not there. It's like when you're losing, it feels really bad, right? Because Smite's your whole life, essentially.
Right.
So maybe if they go home over a break or something, that could give them their juice back or something. But yeah, I know it feels. I'm sure it doesn't feel good for them at all. Even though you won Worlds, like that's already a few months ago, and it's already in the past.
Yep.
Kind of like for me at least, that was kind of just like losing in the moments. Like who cares? Like what you did 2 months ago, you know?
Right.
3 months ago.
Yeah, it doesn't make it feel a whole lot better to say at least we won Worlds, but you know we're in 6th place right now. That doesn't. Yeah. Do you know anything about that, Neil? Like we just won Worlds, but we're in 6th place. Does that ring a bell at all?
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, it's weird with that SK and PK team because the SK team, like the whole year, I was like, I just know how we can play. Like we're just like individually, everyone in their role is like really sick, but for some reason I can't put it together. So like the whole year, it's kind of about like you have all the pieces, you just have to make it work once, kind of thing. Like you just have to make it work. And then with PK, it was the same way. And with this team, with the Warriors too, it's the same kind of way. Although it feels like we're finding our stride a lot earlier. So it's weird, yeah, because even though on the teams I've been on, I've always been really confident like we can win when it matters and beat any team.
Right.
So I think that's really important. And I think truly having your whole team believe that's important too. Everyone kind of has to buy in, even if you are a low seed, because it's really easy in teams to have like the energy get low, and if people like lose confidence in like their team and whatnot, like it has a huge effect on the environment.
Right.
So just having like a team that always is like, oh, we can win. It's just like we just have to figure out these problems. And on SK and PK, it kind of lasted longer than you would like. But I mean, that's just kind of how it was, even till the end of all those teams. Were like, we have the pieces, like we could win.
Right. Yeah, that
does not feel good though, being 6-7. That does not feel good.
I kind of think I'm kind of getting the feeling, fellas, that Steve may have made a deal with some type of corporeal being. That he's gonna play absolutely perfect Smite come SWC time, but my man is not gonna be able to place well in the spring split, and probably not summer split, and also probably not fall split.
All the Zap fans just know Phase 1, like Split 1, Steve is just like, it's not the same guy. You just have to turn the other way for the first split. Just ignore that first split and then you're good. The first split Steve is a different animal.
Steve is a seasonal being.
But he's ramping up, you know. He's like starting to ramp it up.
Yeah. Steve is a seasonal being, you know.
He is, absolutely.
Springtime Steve, first of all, excellent Smurf name. If you intend on ruining some ranked games, Spring Split Steve is an unbelievable Smurf name. Oh my god. I'm so mad I thought of that on the air, dude. I would have loved to ruin some games with that. I'm trolling. I'm obviously not going to ruin any games. But that would have been an excellent Smurf name to do.
That's a good role play.
Yeah, that is.
You would be like, what does this name mean? You see them play one game, you're like, okay, I got you.
Yeah, they're playing Uller, they're jumping in, they're on their purple with the rotation coming. You know what's happening. Yeah, that's good stuff. Man, sometimes the good ones just come to you, and I'm sad that one had to see the light of day too early. I've got a whole notepad on my phone of like funny account names that I could change to at any time. And I'm not going to share any with you on this podcast because then people will know it could be me. But they are funny. I don't know what I'm telling you this for if I'm not actually going to tell you what the names are.
Yeah, you kind of built this up here. I mean, you can give us one, right? Just one?
Fine, but I'm going to
just a crumb of Smurf.
I'm going to delete it off my list immediately. Oh yeah, Ron Jobert and I we sometimes brainstorm these together. And we think it would be very funny to pretend like you are you're using like an AOL, you're like creating an AOL account as like an old person, right? So it's like NCIS fan 1953. Like that's the account.
That's a good one.
NCIS fan 1953. Or, alternatively, with the same effect, is just Mark Harmon hot. Because, of course, you think Mark Harmon's hot if you're in your 60s and you watch NCIS all the time.
Uh-huh. I mean, he is.
That's good. Yeah, you like Jethro Gibbs? You're a fan of Mark Harmon?
A beautiful man. Beautiful man. And a great TV show. I might be 60.
I will admit. When I'm home, like when I was home from school sick and NCIS was on like the USA Network all day, I was watching it.
It's just a good show to have on in the background. Like, it's just a very, like, easy watching. I mean, I guess it probably shouldn't be easy watching considering the content, but
no, it's easy.
It is an easy watching show. Yeah.
One of the best parts of that show is that it has all of the usual tropes of like bad TV like crime dramas, like that.
So bad it's good kind of things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like they take a picture. There's like a security cam picture, and they're like, "Wait a minute,
enhance it,
and then they zoom it in. You know, they're like, "We've got to figure out what to do, what's going on here," and the computer girl is like, "Hold on 1 second."
Yep. I'm hacking the mainframe.
I'm in. Like
they're hacking me back.
Yeah, they're hacking me back.
Do they do this? Hacking me back. Do they do the thing where like the person who did it's like always introduced like slyly in the show? It's like,
of course,
like,
yeah.
I'm a totally unsuspecting person. You're like, yeah, that guy obviously did it. We're just seeing like 20 minutes of this guy.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff.
That's good.
It's not a good show, but it's good for entertainment purposes from time to time.
Exactly.
Kind of similar to this show, the Backliners podcast. It's not good, you know, but you like it.
Some
anyway.
episodes are surely better than others.
Really?
Yeah.
You think so? Where do you think this one lies on the scale?
Best.
Neil? This is the best. This is the peak of our performance.
Yeah, followed by my other one.
Okay.
Also the second best.
Yep.
Agreed.
I think this is your third time being on.
It could have been. Well, it's just a shame that I've got the top 3 then. Like, sorry, everybody.
Yeah, I suppose so.
My bad. Kind of greedy of me, but I mean,
BaRRa, without counting Neil's episodes, because those are the top 3, what do you think our best episode of the podcast has been?
Oh, that's a hard one. I think I like the ones where we just goof off the whole time.
So everyone.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty much all.
Everyone.
Yeah, that's pretty much
I think
all.
there was, I can't remember, I think it was this year where I had to like leave because I was crying. I was laughing so hard. I don't remember what I was laughing so hard at, but I think that might have been my favorite episode. I don't remember what the context was, but I want to say that happened this year.
Yeah, that sounds right. A lot of people in chat saying our episode with our partners, the Destiny and Joe's episode, was their favorite, which is great to hear. I'm glad about that. Yeah, I'm surprised. My favorite by far was the call-in show that we did.
Oh, true. That was a good one.
Where people could call in and ask us questions. That was my favorite. I thought that one was really fun. That one was good. Yeah, Flapdoodle in chat. I agree. The episode we had Finch on near the very beginning of the show, that was one of my favorites. Because Barry, you went big in that episode. You were hosting. You were driving the show. You had questions prepared. That was when you were still worried about what the show was gonna sound like, and you tried really hard.
I was very self-conscious.
That was a long time ago though.
And I'm sure I've talked about it before, but like the first few episodes we did on the podcast, my heart was racing the entire time. Like I was so nervous.
It felt awful.
You were nervous?
Yeah, bro. I was freaking out, dude, the whole time. Like I was actually so nervous, and I just wanted to like put on a good show, but now like I think I'm too much of a degenerate right now. Because it's just like too much of my own personality is leaking in, so I can't like stop that from leaking in.
I was gonna say, you think that's a bad thing?
No, that's what we want, Dad.
Okay,
to be fair, my mom listens to the podcast on YouTube after, and she's like, I have to skip all the non-Smite stuff, so she's like jamming to 17 minutes of this one.
Yo, what if your mom was one of the commenters that I like crapped on at the beginning of the episode? What if that was your mom?
Maybe you did grow.
Oh no, okay. Mrs. Mom, I'm so sorry. Neil's parents are like the sweetest. I love them so much. I'm so sorry if you caught a stray. But Mrs. Mom, listen, I work a very difficult job where I sit in the same chair. Breaking the immersion
of the podcast for her now by saying her name.
Okay, sorry. Here's the reality.
Broken.
I need just a little bit of time to unwind with my good buddy BaRRa and my good buddy insert guest for that week here. You know,
Neil Mama.
Neil Mama.
BaRRa didn't know my name.
Okay, I probably knew your name. I just forgot that it's Neil Mama. Like
yeah.
We were talking about this with Chuck, I think, after the show when Chuck was on a few weeks ago, that Neil, no one, I mean this with respect.
Oh no.
I don't know if there's anyone else that I have to think, is that actually true more than the words you say. I don't have to like double check anyone else as often as I feel like I have to double check you.
Yeah, I mean that sounds like that's on you. It's kind of weird of you.
Right? No, I agree.
I don't think that's a knock on me.
I agree.
You. Okay, good. Well,
I'm saying that I'm saying this, knowing that I consider you a good friend and my good pal. You know, I like that about you.
That's great. I like that keep you on your toes.
But I do not instantly believe a single word that comes out of your mouth. Yeah.
That is not cool, man.
But then I think about it.
I've done nothing to make you feel this way, surely.
Once or twice, you know, you've been known to just toss some thoughts out there, you know. Like,
yeah, that's true.
That's all it is. Oh, Neil, while you were on, I did want to admit to you that I have really, I have shamelessly stolen one of your phrases.
That's fine.
And I use it literally daily. And that's that anytime anyone just decides not to do anything for literally any reason, I say, "You're so scared."
It's just the best. It works every time, half the time. It works very often, actually, because there's like... Because for some reason, when you tell someone they're scared, they're like, "I'm not scared." I'm not scared. Like, do I have to prove that I'm not? And then they have to.
Well...
It's so good.
The more obviously not scared they are, the funnier I think it is. Like,
exactly.
If Joe is like getting up off the couch and is like not going to the kitchen, she's like going upstairs, and I'm like, "Hey, can you like refill my water while you're up?" And she's like, "No, I'm just going upstairs." I'll just hit her with the, "You're so scared.
Yeah.
You're so scared to fill up my water again." Like that's what it's about. And the just dumber it is, the
less it makes sense.
Yeah.
The less it makes sense, it's true. It is definitely true.
Yeah.
I just kind of feel like once words leave my mouth, they're for everybody. I didn't make it. Maybe someone else poisoned my mind. I don't know, dude.
Wow.
They're for everybody. What a guy.
Yeah, they're for everybody.
Neoma is. Someone in chat brings up the Smite I Think You Should Leave account. This is a good call. If you guys haven't, if you're a fan of I Think You Should Leave, which is two of the smartest people on this podcast, so not BaRRa.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, you don't like the show, BaRRa, and it's the funniest show ever made, so I don't know what to freaking tell you, man. Someone, a Smite fan has made I Think You Should Gank Left on Twitter. It's at ITYS Gank Left. It is... They are just hitting, man. It's just memes from the show that relate to something that's happening in Smite. And they're doing a great job. The one about Captain Twig is the best one, though, I think. I don't know if you saw that one. I'll link it in the chat currently. Oh, no, I'm logged out of Twitch. Hold on, I've got to log in, and then I've got to post it. All right, there we go. Here, I put it in the chat. Again, this is a podcast, so all of you listeners out there, you're just getting farmed. You should just be watching the show live every week, Monday at 8 p.m.
I like that one.
Twitch.tv/PredictionEsports.
I'll put it in the Twitch chat.
Yeah, this one of Twig is my favorite one. The Notice Anything Different About Me with Twig going from spamming Erlang to spamming Shiva.
That is pretty good.
Unbelievable. It's just all good stuff. But yeah, shout out to this Smite fan out there. They're doing good work. They need some more followers, man.
Yeah, these are funnier than the show itself.
BaRRa, you have to watch the show because all of this gets funnier.
I tried, bro. I try. It's
to
so
be fair,
cringy.
I think some of the episodes are could miss pretty hard.
Wrong.
There's some of the skits are really really good, but sometimes it's for me I'm I didn't really like that one. There's a few skits.
Name two you don't like, so Neil. Name two.
I don't really like the motorcycle one that much.
What?
It's it's fine. It's fine.
Are you kidding me?
That one.
But Neil, have you, every single time you've ever seen a motorcycle since that sketch, are you not thinking, yeah, they got motorcycles? Because that's what I'm thinking.
You can't, it is quotable.
Right.
So I remember the first, but it's only funny. That one's funny because you can apply it in life and just point.
That's why they're all funny. That's the whole point. The memes from the show are unmatched. They're
the gift
unmatched.
receipt episode is good. I like that one.
Yeah, the gift receipt is absolutely awesome.
That one's up there. I like the burger one.
You like the burger one? Oh, from season 2? Yeah.
Give me that.
Give me that. I'm gonna eat the whole thing. Yeah, it's just too good, man. If you don't like it, you don't get it. That's as far as I'm going.
There we go, Chuckles. Thank you. Appreciate that.
What? Chuck says, he says you turned it off last week because it was too cringe. Neil, is this true?
Yeah, I tried to show episode 2 and season 1 is awful. I'm just gonna say it.
What's in season 2, episode 1? Hold on.
No, season 1, episode 2.
Oh, season 1, episode 2.
And it has the bike one.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
the thing about season 1 is that the odd episodes are the best.
Listening live.
What'd you say?
My mom also wanted you to know that she's listening live right now. So she heard.
Hi, Mrs. Mom. Thanks for listening. I hope you didn't feel offended. I'm not offended that you skip past all of the non-Smite stuff. I just hope you also know that I'm not going to stop talking about the non-Smite stuff. And if that's a deal breaker for you, I understand that. I'm sorry, but this is the way it has to be. You know, we're
doing our best.
We're just doing what we can out here. That's all there is to it. All right, let's. I need to eat dinner. I didn't really eat dinner before this. That's part of why I'm in a mood.
Pretty good,
you could say. So let's do the random question of the week that I don't have anything for. Unfortunately, I didn't prepare whatsoever.
Okay.
But I will now.
I mean, nothing new there. Wait, what about like favorite kids cartoon show? Have we done that one?
Surely we have. Chat, do we have any historians in the chat? We need someone, okay, for a backliner super fan, we need a document with all of the random questions of the week, and maybe even our answers to them for community members to go and be able to see if their question has been asked and what our response was to it, you know?
And
will I do this?
Downvote
Absolutely
each one of our takes.
Upvotes and downvotes. Wait, no, everyone's just going to side with you because they like you more than they like me.
No shot, bro.
Yes, they do.
No shot. Dude, I get called I have terrible takes in my chat all the time.
Well, Barrett, you have objectively the worst takes of anyone I know, and I love you anyways, but your takes are...
Can I get one bad take right now?
Yeah, of course.
Wait, what'd you say?
I thought you were going to give us a bad take.
No, I want Barrett to give me one of his bad takes.
Oh, Barrett, which one, bro? Think of
I have great takes. There was 2 months where Aggro had terrible takes, bro. Literally, it was like last year you went through a streak of just terrible takes on the podcast, nonstop. You get roasted by chat every single time.
I'm right. Who cares?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
I don't know. Barrett, what are some of your bad takes? Like, what I
don't know. Ask me some questions, and I'll give you some takes.
Yeah.
I need some questions.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of random questions of the week that I know that I've been like unbelievably flabbergasted by your takes.
You know what's weird to me, actually?
What's that?
Is why people like the crust of pizza more than the pizza. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, the crust has to be good.
More.
But it can't be the part you like the most.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
People like people like the crust more than pizza. Some people they swear that it's better. The crust is the best part. I was like, how does it make any sense?
A good crust is key.
Yeah, for sure.
Good crust
it's
isn't better than the rest of the pizza, but it is important.
That's what I'm saying.
It's really important. That's big time.
My Disney take was pretty bad. But
that
was
you
more
don't like any Disney movies? Yeah.
Yeah.
None of them.
That was just entertaining on the podcast.
Like music?
Yeah. Well, Aggro loves Disney movies, and sometimes I answer on the podcast just to troll Aggro because he gets so invested in things. So I said that I hated Disney movies, and he went off the deep end, bro.
That is something that I would do, and that's probably why he doesn't believe stuff that I say, because I would do something like that to him.
Yeah, I know you would, Neil. You guys, my friends are just so abusive to me. It's absolutely insane.
Wait,
yeah, your original. No, I hate beans. I hate them. All beans are bad.
I can understand that. I like beans, but I get it.
No, they stink. Yeah.
Okay.
The first time one of the first random questions of the week, Neil, was I asked Barrett to describe his perfect sandwich, and he was like, I don't know, like a pub sub, and I was like, okay, well, like what's on it? And he's like, I don't know, like some meat. And I'm like, Barrett, give me something here. Like, what's the bread? And he's like, I don't know. White
this man wanted like a full like college essay, like MLA format.
No, I just want some details about
a sandwich.
But we could have been like, there's some lettuce and maybe some tomatoes on it or something. You're just like,
yeah, he just didn't have anything.
Okay, it was like bread, like Italian pub sub with like tomatoes, jalapenos, and I don't know what I said back then.
But we have since rehashed it, and Barra has given his actual ideal sandwich, and it was a very good answer. And I was very proud of him.
That's good. I'm happy for you.
Here's one that would suck. That's a bad question of the week, brain. Give me something else. That isn't good. No, Bear doesn't like sports, so that I can't do like a sports question. Maybe I just do a sports question anyways. Maybe I just say
maybe I just do an easy sports question. So I can just have a question.
Yeah, I think that might be the right call here in this exact situation.
Maybe you just do trivia. Just ask some random question.
No, that's not what the random question of the week is about. The random question of the week is about just thinking about something, again, non-Smite related. It's really a Smite sandwich, this podcast. There's no... It's not Smite at the top, it's not Smite at the bottom, but there is Smite in the middle. And so, therefore, it's a Smite sandwich. Now, is it everyone's ideal Smite sandwich? No. For Mrs. Ma, she might prefer a lot more meat on the sandwich. More Smite in the middle and some thinner pieces of bread. But... your boy is bringing a massive sourdough slice for the top half of the sandwich.
That's for
and
me.
then the bottom half is like one of those thin, like little, like low calorie.
You're skimping in the middle.
Yeah, I'm skimping on the bottom is the thing. This sandwich sucks, okay? But the podcast itself is good.
Okay.
It's a knife and fork podcast, That's what you got to know about this podcast.
Sure.
That it's a knife and fork podcast. All
My
right,
man's
I'm just doing
blood
my
sugar
sports
is
question.
so low right now.
Yeah, who knows what's happening anymore anyways, who cares? What was the first jersey you got? It could be sports. BaRRa, yours might be Vicious and Delicious jersey.
Cross country.
Oh.
Yeah.
That counts? Is it like a jersey or a penny? I feel like that's a penny.
I don't know what the second word you just said is.
You don't know what a penny is?
No.
A penny's like a singlet. You mean right? Is that what you mean?
It's like
a singlet.
I don't know. It's not a full singlet. It's like a mesh. It's like a mesh.
Like the ones you wear like practice.
Right. Yeah. Like gym class.
Yeah.
Like there will be like the thin like.
Like they're like we have red team and blue team.
Right.
And
Exactly.
Put on, like the tiny little mesh red shirt is over your shirt.
Yeah, it's like a mesh vest.
No.
Thank you. Yeah,
we got like actual like jerseys to run with.
Wait, do I have a penny from my basketball days? Give me one moment. I'm gonna go look for one. Neil, entertain the stream.
When he means jerseys, you mean like sports jersey or like your own jersey or like?
I was assuming sports jersey, but I've never owned a sports jersey, I think, in my entire life. So I have to go way back to like the 9th grade.
I got one for my parents with the France of like the French team, but I didn't like know anyone on the team, so it was kind of like it's cool to wear it, but I didn't support the team at all.
You're
That was
just
the first one I had, or maybe it was like a Croatia jersey actually. Maybe one of those two. But the same deal. I was like, this is a nice shirt. I just wore it as a shirt.
Did you look good in it though?
Did I look good in it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I feel like you did.
I don't know, maybe.
I
used to have I used to have some god awful haircut when I was that young, though, so probably not.
Yeah, I had a cowlick my whole life, and I did not look good until I was like 17. I don't think. Wait, do you know how to ice skate?
Yeah.
This is completely off topic, but I never learned how to ice skate. And every time I like try to ice skate, I like fall down.
Probably hard when you're older, because when you're young and you like fall, like you barely
called you
fall.
old, BaRRa.
Yeah.
No, I just mean like when you're growing, like when you're okay.
Unbelievable.
Because now the stakes are high. You fall, you could get severely injured when you're young little tot running around,
guys.
skating around.
I think I gave away my penny that I had.
Oh no!
I don't have it. So
I can't believe you give it away. It's so iconic.
Well, that's really not. Yeah, sorry. So what was the verdict here, huh? I accepted BaRRa's answer.
I got like a Croatia and like a France jersey in my youth for my parents.
Mm-hmm. Like a soccer jersey?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I didn't have any affiliation with the team. So it was like fun. I just wore it as a shirt. I was telling BaRRa. It was nice. I enjoyed wearing it as a normal shirt, but it had no significance to me outside of that. It's not like I was wearing like an Oilers jersey or something.
Did it have a player on the back?
I do not believe either of them did. No.
Interesting. What was your first jersey that you were really excited to get then?
I don't think I've ever even spent money on them really. I think the only jersey I've ever had that like meant anything to me as like my own jersey, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. 'Cause I never really was a huge fan of I never played hockey growing up, so I wasn't a huge fan of the Oilers. And if you lived where I lived, like that was the thing. Like you were an Oilers fan, or like you just didn't follow any sports.
Right.
Or like you're like a Blue Jays fan, maybe, or like a Raptors fan. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I remember my first jersey was a very small, because I was a very tiny child. I had a little Paul Pierce jersey. He's a basketball player for the Celtics.
For Celtics, yeah.
The truth, if you will. Yeah, I had a Paul Pierce jersey, and I remember very clearly the time I got my first like nice jersey, the one with like the stitched like letter, like numbering and lettering and that kind of stuff, like
around the collar and stuff.
Yeah, I remember it was a LaDainian Tomlinson jersey because I thought he was dope. He was an NFL running back. But now I have a lot of jerseys, and I very much like them. And while I was looking for my penny and I couldn't find it, I did find my old Ultimate Frisbee jersey from when I played that in high school. Hold on, I can't even see the thing. Yeah, this is a podcast, but I'm holding it up. I was number 24 because that's my favorite number, and it has my last name on it. So now you guys know my last name, which you knew.
You've been doxxed.
There you go.
No one knows my last name though.
Why do I still have this? I don't know. It's that material that's still like you can never get the smell out. You know what I mean? Like this does not. It doesn't like reek, but I wouldn't say this smells good. I haven't worn this in 5 years. I don't know why it's still in here.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it doesn't smell good.
I'm gonna give this to you, Barra.
Okay.
Cool.
I'll wear it.
I'm not gonna.
I'll redo the stench for it.
Bro's gonna pull some strings. Like we've updated the Bolts jerseys, and they makes them all look identical, and then he gives Barra his like actual one. Like you're wearing this for a split, buddy.
Is this would players want to be team captains if the team captain got a different colored jersey? You know?
I don't know. You probably just get roasted for it by your own team.
Yeah, probably not.
For like no reason. You just have like cool jersey, like, cool jersey guy, you're too cool to wear the team jersey. And then you would just be like, what is this bit?
So I could get team captains bullied all across the league.
Not me.
Are you the team captain?
Are you?
Why not?
What do you mean, man? I can go and look.
You can't. Yeah, I said why not. That's kind of like a yes. It's like a sure.
Okay, I'm looking.
Sure, why not? Yeah, sure. You don't believe me? It's kind of weird.
I don't. It also doesn't say on the website, so I can't.
I am. I just like answering things like without sounding very confident. People are just like
right. I didn't feel it. You didn't. It didn't instill confidence in me. That's for sure. But I am confident that everyone's gonna have a great night after listening to this podcast, because things got a little unhinged, and I don't know where I am anymore. Thanks for listening, everyone. Make sure you give us a good rating, even if you don't like the non-Smite content. And also check out our sponsor, Mint Mobile. It's mintmobile.com/backliners. You get premium wireless service for $15 a month. It's a great deal that you should be taking advantage of. We'll be back next week after the SPL seeding round. I am not going to be able to watch a single second of it because I'm going to be out of town. I'm going to try and not even look at what happens. I'm just going to come in on the podcast blind on Monday. And Barra, you're going to be my guide dog.
Your shepherd.
You're going to walk me around, you know. Isn't it somewhat true? Never mind. I'm not going to go there. I should close the show before I get myself in trouble. I'm not gonna do that, man. Thanks for listening. Thanks, Neil, for coming on.
Bye.
Whatever. No, that's Barra's line, dude. Oh my God. This guy's been on the show 3 times and he doesn't know what Barra's thing is. This is unbelievable.
Fine, Neil.
How is that your thing?
Fine. No, you can do it, Neil. No, it's fine. Neil.
All right,
no, you do it.
No, Neil, go ahead. It's your thing now, I guess.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for listening. Neil, you know what to do.
See you later.
That what?
No.
Am I even allowed to turn the stream off? Like,
man.
No, it's one word.
I didn't know you had it copyrighted.
This is unbelievable.
Got you guys so good.
That was terrible.